Alright, guys. So I'm going to be doing a review of Symbiote Spider-Man Crossroads. This was another comic sent to me by my good friend Chris. Chris, thank you once again. And yeah, so for a quick recap on what Symbiote Spider-Man is, Symbiote Spider-Man is basically what started the Lost Eras, as I like to call them, for Marvel. Basically, where they take a certain era from a character's past. In this case, when Peter had the symbiote costume, and basically do like lost stories of those eras, kind of like they recently are doing that with Daredevil and the Black Armor. You have Venom when he was living in like the early days of Venom. You basically have a lot of like it's kind of became a popular thing after how well the first one sold, and this is the fourth and possibly final of these series because I haven't heard any announcement for the other books, but yeah. So this basically is these minis. Like this is part of the fourth book. The first one I read of these was the King in Black tie-in, which was a lot of fun, and Chris sent me the first one, which started this off, which involved Mysterio, and now we have this. Now, let's get into the story. Written by Peter David and artwork by Greg Land. Anyway, so the story is that after Spider-Man and Black Cat save the president from Chameleon, yes, that was a thing that happens, they set out to stop Moondrake the Magician, who is this D-list villain from stealing this artifact from a museum. Turns out Moondrake, while he does get his ass kicked, the real person behind all of it is Carmilla the Norn Queen. So, Carmilla, in order to stop Spider-Man from thwarting her plans, throws him into a portal, but he does take the Norn Stone with him. Meanwhile, Black Cat, freaked out by this, goes to get help from Doctor Strange. From there, Spider-Man is thrown into the Crossroads of reality, which also involves, as you can see right here, the Hulk. This also basically acts as a lost story for the Hulk as well. For those who don't know, Peter David's run started with, with the Hulk being thrown into this place called the Crossroads of Reality after becoming a mindless monster, and Doctor Strange throwing him into the Crossroads to find a new world, a new reality where he could be safe. Sorry. Still coming down from a fever. Anyway, so Spider-Man goes on this adventure with the Hulk, while Black Cat and Doctor Strange try to find where they went. This comic is kind of off the walls bonkers for a multitude of reasons. You have Spider-Man becoming like a pseudo Venom in here. You have Spider-Man meeting Devil Dinosaur and Moon Boy. Yes, I know everyone remembers Devil Dinosaur with Moon Girl, but there was a time where there was a primate-like humanoid being called Moon Boy who was paired with Devil Dinosaur. So you have Devil Dinosaur in here, and you have the Eternals in here, because why the fuck not? This comic is just all out insane, and it kind of works, even though it is kind of all over the place in a way. There's also a whole thing of the Hulk, of Bruce Banner turning into the Devil Hulk, aka Brian Banner. And that's kind of a cool scene. If it were not for Greg Land's artwork, yeah, we might as well get this out of the way now. Greg Land, we all know Greg Land and his quote-unquote art. This guy will ruin a book. I mean, look at this, really. Does that not look like the Indominus or the T-Rex from Jurassic Park, I should say? Yeah, because the fucker's a tracer. And I don't know how he keeps getting away with shit like this. I mean, again, look. It's straight up the T-Rex from Jurassic Park, just red. It's really bothersome. Because Greg Land's artwork really brings any story down. Thankfully, Peter David's writing does manage to save a lot of the story. And thankfully, Peter David knows his continuity, mostly because he built a lot of it. And he does do a lot to keep everything in check. All in all, it's the same with all these Lost Era books, is that they're pretty fun as well as harmless. They're these harmless little mini-series of like, man, wasn't it fun to go back to that era and see all this? And that's what this is. It's just a fun little story. Now, thanks to this, I now own three of the four. The second book is Alien Reality, which involves the Hobgoblin. But yeah, I don't own that one yet, but who knows? Maybe I'll get that soon. Anyway, so you guys tell me in the comments below, what if you've read Symbiote Spider-Man Crossroads, what did you guys think of it? And once again, shout out to my good friend Chris for sending me this book. Thanks once again, brother. Other than that, hope you all enjoyed this review, and I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.